Hi, how are you doing? Well, today I am recording in my car because I just got done at the gym with my exercise. Today I went to the library and I got a new book. Do you like to go to the library? Do you have a library? Do you have a library card? If not, you should get one. The library is really cool. So you can get books and you can read them and then you can take them back. If that way you don't have a million books in your house, which is not a bad thing, but you get to try a lot of new books that way. This is a book I got. It's called A Pot of Gold, and it's all kinds of Irish stories. Do you know where Ireland is? It's a little island country, and it's over in Europe, next to the United Kingdom, to England. So Ireland, there is a map in here. I like it, so I think the illustrations are very pretty. Ireland is very green. It's known for being a very green country. You see that? That's what it is. Lots of fields and stuff. So, I'm going to read to you a story from this book. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ireland. Only an hour away, the sea. For thousands of years, people considered Ireland the edge of the known world. Water defines it. The ocean pounds at every side of this small island, approximately the size of the state of Maine. Now, do you know where the state of Maine is? You should get a map of the United States. That's America. That's where I live. That's where I'm at. And up at the top on the right-hand side of the map, there's this little state sticking up. That is the state of Maine. That size of that state is about the same size of this country of Ireland. So it's not a very big country. Like America is pretty big in size. So it's not as big as America, but it's very, very beautiful and lots of green and lots of ocean. Okay, wherever you stand, you are only about an hour away from the sea, or even closer to one of the island's 800 rivers or lakes. Can you imagine? 800 rivers and lakes in one little island. So that's why it's so green. There's so much water. All right, they have a lot of stories in Ireland. I'm going to read you this story. It's called The Enchanted Cap. Once you've seen the wild Irish coast and the whales and dolphins swimming near it, it's not hard to believe in the existence of sea fairies. The shore is like a doorway to another world, a mysterious kingdom under the waves where the rulers are merfolk, selkies, sea fairies all. This bittersweet mermaid tale has many variations. It means that it's told in a lot of different ways. Okay, so the picture. Out here, there's the little mermaid. There's the red caps. All right, I'm going to read this story. Long ago, in the village of Glarus, lived a fisherman named Dick Fitzgerald. He stayed alone in a stone cottage above the shore with nothing but seagulls for company. In the long winter evenings, he would smoke his pipe by the peat fire and watch the blue smoke curling. And sometimes, when the wind rustled the grass outside, he seemed to hear a voice sighing his name. One evening, the men of the village were bringing their boats full of herring onto shore. Homeward they hurried to warm places where their wives were setting out lights. Dick Fitzgerald was the last to drag his boat up on shore and hoist the string of fish upon his back. Then, as he turned, he saw a glimmer of white in the shadows of the rocks. Between the birds' cries, he heard high laughter. He set down his fish and carefully stepped toward the rocks, hardly daring to breathe. Hiding behind the largest rock, he saw 7 women with long, flowing hair, white as swans, dancing in a circle amid the waves, and he saw a pile of red caps heaped on the boulder nearby. Now he knew that they were mermaids, who in the sea are seals. But near land, they take off their enchanted caps and appear as women. See the mermaid there with the red cap? Now he knew, okay, sorry, where was that? All right. Dick Fitzgerald crept toward the pile of caps and slid the top one down. The dance stopped, and the women raced to the boulder and slipped on their caps. Shiny brown seals slithered back into the foam. All but one. She stood before him, white as a pearl, her sea-green hair shining in the night. She stared at him with great dark eyes, and then said in a trembling voice, "Oh, man, please give me back my cap." He took a step toward her and grasped her outstretched arm. "Come with me, fish," he said gently, "and I will make you Mistress Fitzgerald." All the village came to the wedding of Dick Fitzgerald and the mermaid. 6 sheep were roasted, and Fitzgerald clapped his hands to the music of fiddle and pipe. The woman sat quietly, listening to private music of her own. 13 summers passed, and she bore him 2 children, a boy and a girl. They had the sandy hair of their father, but the dark eyes of their mother, and there were little webs of clear skin between their fingers and toes. Each day when Dick was out in his boat, the mermaid and her children would wander the shore to gather shells. In May, when the air smelled of roses and the children danced around her, she seemed almost happy. See? He's out on his boat, and the boy and girl, and they're gathering shells. But during storms, she grew restless and moved about the house as if pulled by unseen tides. One afternoon, as she knelt digging up roots to roast for supper, the voice of her daughter rang through the salty air. "Look, I found the strangest thing in an old fishing net." Her mother rose to her feet and touched the red cap. With one arm around her daughter, she called her son and spoke softly. "Soon you will not see me again in the shape I am in now. As much as I love you, I must become myself again." That night, as the moon rose, the mermaid left her sleeping husband and walked alone to the shore. Lightly she stepped over the rocks, holding her red cap. She took one last look at the cottage, then she donned her cap and dropped into the water. A sleek brown head streamed toward the horizon, and then, leaping and diving, came 6 other seals. They formed a circle around her, and then all were lost in sight. Dick Fitzgerald stirred and called for his wife. The only answer was the rustle of grass outside. Year after year he waited for her to return, but she never did. Except on nights when the moon was young and his children could not sleep, but ran down to the sands on silent webbed feet. There by the rocks they waited for a speckled brown seal with great dark eyes. Laughing and calling her name, they splashed into the foaming water and swam with her until dawn. You see that? There's the seal. And the little boy and girl are swimming with their mom. There's the seal. Right. So that was kind of a fun story. And in Irish stories, a lot of times there's like magic and fairies and things like that. So in this story, the seal was like a mermaid, and then they put on a red cap and she would turn back into a seal. So when she got married, they hid the red cap so she could stay a human. And she had kids, and then one day she found the red cap and she went back to sea because she was a seal. So, but then she would come back and visit her kids, and that was nice. So I'm going to be reading some more stories from this. I hope that you like it and enjoy it. Hope that you're having a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.